can appropriate the land by paying compensation because they recognize the right. Now, one good point about this bill, which I oppose, but I support the content. No, I'm supporting the good points, but I'm opposing the main points. No, sir. No, let me. Don't give up any secret.
Mr. Bandyopadhyay, you're going to lose your time.
The consent of the owners in the original bill was not required. Both for the loss of property and for the compulsory character of the acquisition, a compensation is paid for. Therefore, the owner, but somehow or other, the owner always feels, since he cannot sell in the open market, that he is being cheated. If cheated is the wrong word, he is being betrayed. This comprehensive bill is not the only law on the land acquisition. There are 13 other laws as mentioned in the 4th schedule of the bill itself. Now, my point is, why should there be such multiplicity of law on the same subject? I know the minister in charge of this bill, rural development, cannot control all those 13 ministries. But it is time as the government as a whole should take a view, though there should be the 13 bills, acts regarding the acquisition. Each department wants a bill of its own. So when we are having a comprehensive bill covering all aspects, giving a human face to it, why should we have all those bills? I request the Honorable Minister to take a view collectively in the government so that you have only one bill or maximum another bill for if there is a specialized thing. I would like to commend the minister for inserting chapter 3 entitled Special Provisions to Safeguard Food Security. Large-scale land acquisition involving large-scale displacement of the rural population creates great adverse effect on agriculture. Therefore, the point that he wants to give social impact assessment is very welcome feature. But I am afraid that the limit suggested under section 10 has not been properly defined. And
you have a minute left.
I'm coming back.
Yes, hurry up.
Another good feature of this bill is the social. I've already talked about it. Now, come to the main thing. So far, the requiring authorities is to follow hands-off policy regarding rehabilitation and resettlement. I congratulate the minister for bringing that bill in the statute book to give them rehabilitation and resettlement. In spite of some good features, we oppose the bill still because of this draconian law should not be used for profit-making institutions, owners of such entities who believe in the efficiency of market for efficient allocation of resources. That should apply to principle when they operate in the land market, as they are operating in the labor market, resource market, or whatever market they are. If there are imperfections in those markets and they operate and they make money, why should they be given privilege under this bill to acquire land forcefully for them?